All right, man. I
What's up,
think we're
man? It
good.
worked
What's
that
up,
time.
dude?
We're good now. We're good now. Welcome to the Crucible podcast, everybody. Episode 30. Can you believe that?
Cheese,
Episode 30?
cheese and
30 of these
rice,
damn
man.
things, right?
It's crazy. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you. Do you follow basketball at all?
Eh, I used to, not so much anymore because they don't play defense,
Okay, okay. I don't follow any sports. I think you know
right?
that. But
Right. Okay.
at work we're doing this Final Fantasy, not Final Fantasy. What am I talking about? Fantasy basketball
Final
team
four.
March
Yeah.
March Madness kind of thing.
March Madness.
Uh, yeah. So I'm just kind of like randomly picking.
Unless it doesn't even matter if you follow it. Has the tournament started?
I think it starts in a few days.
Okay.
21st.
For some reason, I thought maybe it was the radio talking about it. I thought somebody said a 16 beat a number one seed. I mean, that just kills brackets right there because realistically, on paper, it shouldn't happen. But it's a sport, and anything can happen at any point, at any given time. A team can play better than another team. There's that many teams in that tournament. Somebody's going to win it, and somebody's going to lose it.
That's right.
Just how the sports go. All right, dude. What else is going on? Like now, what are we? What are what are we working
Well,
on? Are
well,
you working on it,
been
or is
worked
the
on it.
wife
It's
working on
done.
it?
Yeah, she did it.
It's
It's done. We
done.
try. We
So is
try to
mine.
get it done. We try
We're
to get it
done.
done
Try
early,
and get it
dude.
done, right?
You
My
guys know
wife's
what
on
we're
the
talking
ball as
about?
well. Anybody know what we're talking about? You should know what we're talking about. It's in the damn
April
title, right?
April 15th.
Taxes. Tax season is what is it? The 15th, the last day?
Supposed to be, but I think you can file for
Get you an extension if
extensions.
you want to. I mean, if
Yeah,
you're probably not sitting around watching this. If you're a multi-billionaire, you're probably not too worried about taxes and whatnot. There's people over there going to handle that for you. But for the working man like myself and Husky, we still got to deal with the bastards, you know? And what 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 is a tax return? Can you tell me what that is?
sure. Glad you asked, Paulie. Tax return is when you've overpaid on your taxes, and at the end of the year, you file it, and then you got to pray to the tax gods that you filed it correctly, and you might actually get a return. Or if you owe money, like in my case, I think the last 2 to 3 years I've owed money for underpayment. You got
Yeah,
to
they're going to
hope
want
that you,
that.
yeah, you got to hope that you got your numbers right. Otherwise, they may
Yeah.
audit you. It
Yeah.
really sucks. I hate owing. My wife is like, you better figure out what change. Honestly, there's one thing that changes. Your tax bracket increases, and then you have to
Sure.
move some things around. Otherwise, you end up owing, and that's what ended up happening.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
but for the general public, if you file, I think you typically expect to get something back, right?
And it varies, with guys I work with that are single. I mean, they get
That's true too.
taxed so much. They
That's
get
true too.
taxed so much and get nothing in return. Like
Hmm.
like their money's being put to work by somebody, and when they're doing this, once that W2 comes in and they take it wherever. I mean, listen, you got to understand, like a lot of guys I work with, used to be myself, likes to have a cocktail every now and again or every day.
Hmm.
And they really don't pay too much attention to it because the paycheck's gone. It's either going to booze or food and rent and all this stuff. A lot of guys I work with do work paycheck to paycheck still today in 2024.
Right.
So it's tough for them to realize that, no, I'm not getting anything back. Why is everybody so happy about tax returns? Like, this isn't working out
Right.
for me so well.
Right.
So, and I used to be one of them people, and it sucks. But it is nice when you do things right and you do see more money coming out of your paycheck, and you're like, why the hell are they taxing me so much with the hours that we put in? And they do their job right and give you the return that you deserve. Now, talking about returns, I don't know any viewers, listeners out there right now. If you do get a return, what would you typically do with yours, Husky?
Yeah,
If you were getting a tax return?
I could speak historically, probably from the age of about
Yeah,
19 up until maybe about a decade ago. Every tax year or at tax season, that return was always going to pay down some debts. I
sure,
historically had
sure.
lived
It's a
in
great
debt.
one.
Yep. And so I would funnel that right to debt, pay it off. And then by the next year, I would have racked up enough to have to
Yeah.
pay it off again. So yeah, that'd have been
Right, and
me.
that's a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. They and it's bad. People do get into credit card debt, but they always think of this time of year as a safe haven, as in, well, I can keep doing this, I can keep doing this, I can keep doing this,
Right.
and I'm going to have some money coming in February or March, and I'll just pay all that stuff off. But what they're not, what doesn't people don't understand is the interest rate, right? I mean, a high interest rate on a credit card, I guess high would probably be around 29 or
Yeah.
32% or something like that, but
Yep.
maybe on average 18, 16, something like that. But I mean, that's every dollar you spend is going to that person who issued that card for just sending you some money, saying that they're going to pay
Hmm.
that tab off for you. People don't realize that and how much that compounds every month. Some of
Oh,
them are
it's
daily,
horrible. Yep.
like just nuts, nuts. Like go to like those car dealerships, like buy here, pay here car dealership. Oh, we're going to put you in a car today. 32, 42% interest. We're going to
Yep.
get you in that car though.
Oh, they'll get you. So
And
those
people
those
buy it.
are
You need a,
just
you need a
just a
vehicle.
side story here, a tangent. When I was in the Marines, every single
Yeah,
base, right off base, right out that front gate, there was always a car dealership that says we
sure.
finance E1 and up, and so it's basically
Yep.
meaning they don't care what kind of paycheck you got coming in.
Bring your broke ass in here.
Bring your broke ass in.
But
We will
right.
finance you, and it was right around that 40% mark. Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It is nuts. And they're expecting you to, I guess, fall for it because you're going to continue to make a payment. And if you're going there buying a car from there, right, for that 40% interest, you're not paying attention to how much you're actually paying down on that 10 or 12 or even $6,000 car you just bought at that
Mhm.
time, however many years ago. Um, like that principal's never moving. Never moving. If it was
Mhm.
40% interest, that's damn near double the amount you just took out on loan by the end of it,
It's crazy.
right?
Yeah. So yeah,
More.
people would use
More than that.
their tax returns to try to pay that off, or they would just
Pay down debt.
go ahead and throw it on a down payment for a new truck or something.
Sure,
Why
sure.
not?
Somebody do that,
Or just no, I mean, no, I haven't done that. I haven't done that, but I've seen it done. Or just maybe have a
Um, go on
good time at the
vacation,
local club.
take
Yep.
that money, take that money the government needed so badly from you all year, and they decided to repay you,
Hmm.
and go on vacation. You see that a lot. Big screen TV. Got to get ready for Super Bowl next year. We got to get a new TV. You start to see um stuff like that being bought. Electronics, trips,
Oh, you know who I bet
more and more.
banks on
Yeah.
those tax returns is those working girls, the ones working their way
Yeah.
through
There you
college,
go. There you go. The college girl that's doing things,
spinning
right?
that pole. Yep.
Yeah, they're banking on that. Here's another one, and I've done this in the past. Tattoo shops.
Oh,
Tattoo
that's
shops.
true.
Me and my wife years ago, we would get a return and we would go get some fresh ink because, we now had the money, or maybe we were saying, okay, let's just wait until a tax return comes in and we'll go get that new tattoo. But that's another one.
Mhm.
And just sitting down getting tattoos, these people are busy for these 3 to 4 months because they know people got some money coming in their pocket and they just need something new on their skin, right?
Right. Yep. So we're talking
But
about disposable income, right? You're talking about money that is just play
yes,
money at this point.
I mean, yeah, call it, yeah, play money.
So what would you do with your play
Um,
money?
well, I'm going to give the lame answer. And what we're doing this year is we are going to put some of it towards precious metals, believe it or not. Right. So that's kind of what I want to talk about is where would you go and buy some precious metals now? And I'll tell you who I guess I'm going to get a hold of. But I'm looking to buy bullion. It's going to be eagles and an ounce of gold. So I'm looking to buy at least one tube of eagles and
Okay.
one gold buffalo. Right. So you
Nice.
like today's price, you're probably looking at what, 2,800, something like that. Close.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right.
It'd be that might even be tipping the guy. But there's places that I do shop frequently if I'm looking for online bullion dealers because there's so many of them,
Mhm.
and a lot of times they run these different deals. If you haven't bought them before, Silver at Spot, JM Bullion does it. They have a Silver at Spot. It's like 10 ounces of silver. It's their rounds, and they come in a fancy little velvet bag in a tube. So there's stuff like that that always goes on around tax season, whether it's, go to like Black Friday. All these same bullion dealers having Black Friday sales, but
Right.
you'll see them start running sales. If not now, coming soon, you're going to see more and more sales. But that is part of the plan, and the rest is probably just going to sit there and lose value, right?
All good, man. Well earned. At the end of the year, I think we all need to do a little
Right.
treat ourselves, you know?
So I think where I was going with that is I use finebullionprices.com. You ever been to that site?
I absolutely do. I do use that site. There's all kinds of good
So
stuff on there.
that's a very good place to go. You can type in if it's maples you want, if it's Krugrands, if it's Philharmonics, which I really don't consider a coin because it doesn't have a reeded edge. The gold, yes, but the silver, I can't do it. I can't do it. Do you own any?
I
No.
used to. I think I got rid of them all. I don't own the
Yeah,
gold
smooth
ones though.
edge.
Yeah,
Come on, smooth edge.
it's kind
What's
of
up?
ugly.
Yeah.
That and the
Nah,
Krug.
it's not. It's a decent looking coin, but it's just a
Right.
non-reeded edge. It's just such a turn off for me.
Yeah.
Just yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's where I'm gonna be going and looking, but most likely I'm gonna hit up our good friend Guido Stacking on YouTube and Instagram
Hey,
and all that good place. And most generally, he's probably gonna be able to beat any type of online deal that is out there. So shout
that's
out
right.
Guido. Hope to hear from you soon. He's probably still on vacation or something. I think he had an auction on Monday, as a matter of fact, but he just got back from some vacation.
So I don't think I'll be purchasing too much. I mean, I monthly I have orders that go out, but
Yeah,
or that come in, I should say. But I don't think I'm going to be dedicating much of my tax return. However, if I was, I think the route that I would go at this moment would probably be constitutional. I know the premiums are
okay,
relatively low on them, and you can pretty much get a really good bang for your buck. I'm going to say the best bang for your buck. You get a pretty good bang for your buck, and they are quite liquid. That's what I love the most
sure,
about constitutional. If you had a big fat stack of constitutional and you needed to offload some of it, easy,
you
man,
could.
easy,
Yeah,
easy, easy.
easy peasy. It's funny you mentioned that because another creator by the name of Silver Heist actually text
Mm.
messaged me one day last week, and it was a deal, and it was for war nickels at Spot.
Oh, nah, I don't know. Don't mess with them. So I'm
uh,
gonna just throw this out there. When I'm saying constitutional, I'm always gonna say 90% or better,
talking
right?
nine.
Like,
Well, yeah, or better.
yeah, or better. And the reason I say or better is because there are like the proof quarters from nowadays, from
Yeah,
like the most recent years are 999 or four nines, maybe. I don't know. But yeah,
sure.
90% or better. I'm not talking 40%. I'm not talking war nickel. You can keep that. It
That's
is silver.
35, by
It
the
is
way.
silver. Yeah, I know, but
There's,
you
there's
can
some
keep that.
there. There's some there. There's a little bit in there.
Yeah, a little. You gotta squeeze it
So
real
yeah,
good.
I mean, there's just so much more that people do end up doing with it. Again, we go back to paying off debts. It's a great feeling once you could get that debt paid off, that monkey off your back, and now
Mhm.
you can put your money back to work, stuff that you're earning every single week that goes into your checkbook and just decides to get bailed out because of what? Because of the debt. And that's another great topic we could probably touch on is debt and debt crises and how to get
Oh,
out
for
of debt,
sure.
best ways, stuff like that. It's an ugly thing, and it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. 2024 moving on forward. um People are going to be sad to say it's going to get worse. People
Yep.
are going to be hurting, man. It is.
All right, let's
it's
slate
it's all
that
there. I
for
mean, the writing's on the wall.
when I get back from my trip, man. We'll do that.
Oh, vacation. Yeah, we were just
Vacation.
talking about that.
Yeah, that's where the tax
Yeah,
money
dude.
went.
All right, man. Well, that's the show. Leave us a comment. Hold on here. Something I clicked the wrong button. Let's click that one. Leave
There
us
you
a
go.
comment in the comment section after this video. Leave us some information in the chat of this video while it's playing along. And don't forget about that giveaway. And all that information is in where? Where's it at?
It's in the description section below.
There we go, man. All right, dude. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Later
Peace.
on.